welcome to Gabe in the Kitchen. We must apologize, we have missed 2 weeks, 2 whole weeks of uploads. We were away in Greece on a cruise. And we hadn't thought ahead, so we didn't plan any videos to pre-release. I'm so sorry. But to make up for it, we're going to release 2 videos. Fingers crossed. I don't like making these promises because life happens. But let's crack on. So today we're going to be making a beautiful Japanese jiggly cheesecake. We're on a high from the other Japanese cake we made, the castella cake that went well. So we're going to ride that high and we're going to make the Japanese cheesecake. For this recipe, you're going to need had a disaster. Oh well. All we're gonna do is start a bain-marie, get some steam going, put your cream cheese on. We're gonna melt that. To the cream cheese, we're gonna add butter. It's better if you chop this up into smaller bits. It melts a lot easier. I don't know why yeah, but I'm a bit stubborn. It'll just take a little bit longer, same effect. And then of course, your milk and a vanilla. It looks a bit like chocolate milk now, doesn't it? But it's just milk and vanilla. We'll add that in there. But yeah, if anyone cares about how Greece went, you can feel free to comment. We're happy to share our experience. You know, we'll tell you which islands we liked, which islands we didn't like. You know, why not? We're all family here. And yes, this is gonna look disgusting. It's gonna look like it's split, as you can see. But bear with it. It will all mix. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, baby. Those are the wrong lyrics, aren't they? Yeah. Yes, they're the wrong lyrics. Now, there's one thing I'm starting to notice. The Japanese like the airy, jiggly cake things, don't they? Castella, and now the Japanese jiggly cheesecake, and they're always so difficult to make. You know what, if you're not worried about splitting and anything like that, it's actually quite easy. You put the things together, you shove it in the oven, you cook it till it's done. Easy. It's always going to taste the same. Problem is, if you're concerned with the aesthetics, you want to have a smooth top, golden brown, smooth top, no cracks. That's when it gets difficult, you know. But does it really matter, guys? Does it really matter? I don't know. Right, so this is all done. The butter's melted, and now we have a nice smooth mixture. Now, while we're here, the oven, got it preheating. We're gonna get it to about 190 degrees Celsius. For my American friends out there, it's Celsius, not Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is way too low. Get yourself a water bath. Let it get nice and steamy in there. Let it all preheat. Steam that up. Listen, be good to be true. Now, your flour and cornstarch mixture, straight in, sift it. For the first pass, we're gonna sift it again, so don't worry about getting it perfect. Stir that in. If you have a whisk, that really helps. Sift number 1. This is also gonna help cool down the mixture, so please sift. It's gonna make everything nice and smooth. It's just a win-win. Back in we go. Yes, we're gonna do it one more time after we add the egg yolks. To add your egg yolks, just plop that straight in there. Stir it in. Now we've got our delicious mix. Right, get that all in there. Look at all this that I caught. You see that? That is some nasty stuff. So I'm gonna just leave that there. I'm not gonna try and squeeze it through. Now we have our deliciously smooth mix. Look at the state of that. That looks gorgeous. Let's make our meringue. Now this is arguably the hardest. In fact, no, this is definitely the hardest bit. Let's get this meringue going. You want a low, medium, you want the lowest speed on your hand mix. We're just gonna whisk that so we get a nice cappuccino froth. And of course, these are your 5 egg whites. At this point, I'm gonna add my cream of tartar. Now, if you don't have cream of tartar, you can use lemon juice. Grab yourself about 7 grams of lemon juice and that's good to go. Now we're gonna add about 1/8 of our sugar. Low speed again, sorry. I should mention what we're looking for here is semi-stiff peaks. At this point, it's safe to increase to medium speed. There we go. That is perfect. But now I'm gonna go lowest speed just to get rid of any sort of large air bubbles in there. Murdered me! Much like our castella cake, we're going to combine these two mixtures. So we'll start with about 1/3 of our meringue. If your meringue is a bit too soft, like, you know, you're putting it in and you're like, oh, this could do with a bit more air. There's nothing stopping you going back to your mixer, your hand mix. Quickly noticing that our container here is a little bit too small. Okay, I'll put a bit more in. For zero reason, I'm gonna give this 10 more seconds. I don't know why. Instinct, I don't know. Instinct said give it 10 more seconds, so I did. Now I'm gonna part a little bit of an area where I can add this. You want to leave, no matter how much mixture you have, you don't want to overfill your cake tin. Make sure you grease the sides of your cake tin, even if it is non-stick. It helps the cake rise, and it also helps the cake come off when it's cooling, so you have an easier time. And of course, always flatten out your mixture. You don't want a dome at the top, because that's more likely to crack. Gonna tap, tap, tap. It goes without saying, if you have a spring form or a loose bottom, you want to foil it. Make sure it's sealed so the water doesn't get into your batter. We have a single form, so we're good to go. Now it's going to be nice and steamy in here. Be careful of the steam, guys. Woo, that is hot. We're going to carefully lower. Woo, nearly slipped out of my hands, guys. We're only going to leave it at 190 for about 10 minutes, nothing longer. We want to keep an eye on it. So it's going to be different for your oven. So keep an eye on it. You want to see it rise, and you want to see it go a bit golden brown, and then we'll turn that right down to 150, and then we'll cook that for 25 minutes at 150. We'll turn it right down to 130. We'll do another 25 minutes. We'll turn that right down to 110. We'll do another 10-ish minutes. At this point, we'll do another 20 minutes. At this point, you can then play with the temperature till it's cooked. You want to check with the skewer, make sure it's nice and cooked. It's only been about 6 minutes. And I'm already nervous, so I'm just going to turn that heat right down to 150, and then I'm going to slowly release the steam. Let that temperature come right back down. So yeah, this is exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be playing around for the next hour and 20 minutes. So this is what we're looking at. We've got about 15 minutes left. I have been releasing the heat, but it seems to be rising. Seems to be rising a little bit too much. But that's good. That's good. It hasn't cracked on the top. It hasn't cracked on this side, but I must confess on the other side it has cracked, so there's a bit of an uneven rise going on. Not much I can do about that, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm gonna stop it here because the toothpick has come out kind of, it comes out moist, kind of like there's like a sheen on it, so it's not dry. But then it's not supposed to be dry, is it? Because it's a Japanese cheesecake. Also, you want to leave it in here. This will minimize shrinkage. And yeah, look, you can see a crack. Can you see the crack forming? Yeah, there's a crack in the midline. Yeah, we'll leave this slightly ajar, and then we'll let that cool in there. But yeah, after a while, when it peels away from the edges, we'll come take it out. All right. We've had a lot of shrinkage. Jiggly cheesecake. You know, these guys out here doing their 6 inches. Who wants 6 inches? That's barely enough for one person. And there we have it. Japanese cheesecake, everybody. Jiggly. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. I hope yours goes well.